All right, going for something a little bit different, I'm going to read you some excerpts from Les Miserables by Victor Hugo, my absolute favorite novel. So long as there shall exist by reason of law and custom a social condemnation which, in the face of civilization, artificially creates hells on earth and complicates a destiny that is divine with human fatality. So long as the three problems of the age, the degradation of man by poverty, the ruin of women by starvation, and the dwarfing of childhood by physical and spiritual night are not solved, so long as in certain regions social asphyxia shall be possible. In other words, and from a yet more extended point of view, so long as ignorance and misery remain on earth, books like this cannot be useless. That's just from the preface. Be it true or false, what is said about men often has as much influence upon their lives, and especially upon their destinies, as what they do. He had to submit to the fate of every newcomer in a small town, where there are many tongues to talk, but few heads to think. He condemned nothing hastily or without taking account of circumstances. He was father, brother, friend, bishop for blessing only. To be a saint is the exception, to be upright is the rule. Err, falter, sin, but be upright. To commit the least possible sin is the law of man. To live without sin is the dream of an angel. Everything terrestrial is subject to sin. Sin is gravitation. If the soul is left in darkness, sins will be committed. The guilty one is not he who commits the sin, but he who causes the darkness. He mounted the cart with him, he ascended the scaffold with him. The sufferer, so gloomy and so horror-stricken in the evening, was now radiant with hope. He felt that his soul was reconciled, and he trusted in God. The bishop embraced him, and at the moment when the axe was about to fall, he said to him, "Whom man kills, him God restoreth to life. Whom his brethren put away, he findeth the Father. Pray, believe, enter into life. The Father is there." Sometimes he used a spade in his garden, and sometimes he read and wrote. He had but one name for these two kinds of labor. He called them gardening. "The spirit is a garden," said he. When he had money, his visits were to the poor. When he had none, he visited the rich.